We should never forget that the rule of law and democracy are founding values of our union. Let me begin with the discussion on Hungary today. It was the 8th formal hearing of Hungary under the Article 7 procedure. Hungary first presented its position, and I then provided an update on the issues covered by the European Parliament's recent proposal that launched the Article 7 procedure back in 2018. And after that, there was an exchange of views among the Member States. I reiterated that the Commission shares many of the concerns expressed in the recent proposal of the European Parliament, and this was again clearly outlined in the 2024 Rule of Law report. But since that report, there have been further developments in Hungary which have the Commission's full attention. In particular, we do have serious concerns about the draft law on transparency tabled in Parliament earlier this month, and I raised this again at the hearing today. The Commission believes that if adopted, the proposed legislation would constitute a serious breach of EU principles and EU law. And last week, together with the Executive Vice President Henry Verkunen, I wrote to the Hungarian government asking that the draft law be withdrawn from the legislative process. If the law is adopted, the Commission will not hesitate to use the tools at its disposal to ensure that EU law is safeguarded. And I cannot emphasise this enough. The Commission is unwavering in its commitment to uphold democracy and the rule of law across the EU. We will act decisively and without hesitation whenever necessary to protect these fundamental principles. We know how important civil society organisations are. Their work is crucial, and that is why we remain committed to fostering an environment that enables them to do their important work across the EU, and this of course includes access to funding. As you know, in autumn of last year, the Commission referred Hungary to the Court of Justice because it considers the law establishing the Sovereignty Office and its investigative activities to be in breach of EU law. And during today's hearing, I also informed ministers about these issues concerning the independence of the judiciary and the latest developments regarding Hungary's constitutional and electoral system. There has also been a constitutional amendment establishing the so-called primacy of children's right to protection and care. This provision has already been implemented through a specific law which allows the police to ban public demonstrations that breach the so-called child protection law. The new law also allows the use of AI-assisted facial recognition to identify the participants in such public demonstrations, who may then be subject to a fine of around €500. And let me be clear, the right to peaceful assembly is enshrined in the EU's Charter of Fundamental Rights. It is not a threat to children, nor to anyone else. It is a core element of our democracies, and it must be protected at all times. Our union is founded on freedom and equality. Everyone should be able to be who they are, to live freely and to love whom they choose. I would like to recall that the Commission has already taken Hungary to court for its so-called child protection law. The case is now under review by the Court of Justice. A hearing took place in the autumn of last year, and the opinion of the Advocate General in respect of this law is expected in early June. In addition, the Commission continues to have serious concerns regarding the absence of procedural safeguards and effective oversight in secret surveillance measures outside criminal proceedings. All in all, today's hearing highlighted that significant concerns persist and regrettably they have been aggravated. The Commission's position overall has not changed. The Article 7 procedure should be maintained as long as the issues that triggered it remain unresolved. As I made clear again today, the Commission, as always, continues to stand ready to engage constructively with the Hungarian authorities on all these issues.